All right, the question is, Nims, what do you think about the free hero for having 3 houses? So I remember reading about this earlier in the day because I was checking Serene Forest, I was checking FEH News Twitter, and I was checking Reddit, and then it was on there all the entire time, and it was really interesting because I didn't expect that to happen because, well, if you guys remember last year when Echoes launched, was it last year or was it 2 years ago? I think it might have been 2 years ago actually. But when Echoes was launching, they did a very similar thing with like coinciding with the launch by giving out, well, not giving out, by having the banners. This year, it seems like they're going even further with the Fire Emblem Three Houses promo. And essentially, if you buy the game, pre-order it, get it, players who purchase Fire Emblem Three Houses game releasing for Nintendo Switch on July 26th can also receive a version of the game's main character, Byleth, Tested Professor. Yeah, basically you buy the game and you get him for free. Obviously, he's probably going to be neutral IVs and whatnot. Going over it completely. Oh, this is another reason just to buy the game already. Honestly, you guys should have a pre-ordered it at E3 because there's a lot of places that gave discounts for it. For me, I bought it at EB Games with a discount, so I essentially got it for $50. And when it releases, I get a poster, so that's pretty cool. EB Games is equivalent to GameStop for you guys. All right, so in order to collect this promotional gift, you must have a Nintendo account, and account linked to your Switch must be the same as the account linked to your Fire Emblem Heroes game. So essentially, wait a second. If you plan to purchase Fire Emblem Three Houses, you can visit the official Fire Emblem Heroes website for additional details and precautions. Only those who have purchased Fire Emblem Three Houses and have earned gold points by June 29, 2020 will be able to receive the promotional gift. Okay, so I take that back. I remember reading June 29th. I was thinking, wait a second, June's already passed. That's because it's 2020. All right, so essentially, you buy the game and you have one entire year. Not entire year, actually. When it releases on the 27th or something, right? So basically, an entire 11 months, and then you redeem, you get a code with your Switch games, right? And then you put that in, and then you get the gold points. Or am I thinking about it wrong? That might have just been the old My Nintendo program. Either way, you get the game, you get the gold points for it, and then once the game verifies that you got in the gold points, you get Byleth. Upon, well, with FEH, it'll just be in there like how previous things. No, actually, no, I think pretty sure that's how it was. Yeah, it will be distributed on or after July 26th. So July 26th, it really means the day before release of Three Houses. So that's pretty cool. So you will actually get him pretty... You won't even get him earlier. Byleth Tested Professor will also appear in some events beginning in late July. Basically, that also confirms Fire Emblem Three Houses banners in late July. Anyways, to summarize, it's a bit messy, but to summarize, basically, if you buy the game for the next 11 months until June 29th, well, you can buy the game from now till then, and then as long as you redeem the game for gold points, you will get Byleth. And this Byleth is going to be neutral IVs. And the other big point is, in late July, we're going to get a Fire Emblem Three Houses banner, which is very similar to when Echoes released, when we got the Echoes banners. But yeah. If you need an incentive to buy the game, just get it already. But if you do find yourself waiting for Christmas or whatever, you know, you're perfectly good. It would still work. As for how he would be, he's clearly a sword hero. Has anybody looked into Fire Emblem Three Houses' early gameplay? Because I don't remember his stats, or I'm not aware of his stats at all. He might be ranged, but he's using a sword. I suppose in the games themselves, you have much more customization. So far, all we know his weapon is 1 to 2 range. See, the problem with that is we have a ton of characters in Fire Emblem games that, in their original games anyways, that have 1 to 2 range with a sword. I can think of Ike, Ragnar having, you know, like it can attack from a distance, or unless I'm remembering wrong, but there's several weapons. I think Roy too, Ryoma. It's not just DC swords. I mean, like straight up, it can be used at a distance. Unless I'm mistaken. Unless I just read you guys as well. But yeah, it should be distant counter. I mean, there's a lot of protagonists who have DC weapons. But yeah, chances are he's not going to be ranged, because that doesn't transition into Fire Emblem Heroes very well. If he is indeed a sword hero and he has a ranged sword attack, he's going to be the first of his kind. And that's very impressive if he does, because that's essentially DC and close counter, right? Because that you'll attack back at all ranges, and you can attack at all ranges. But yeah, that's totally not happening. Zelgius, Xander with the Fire Beam, right? So there's a lot of heroes who could have done it, who's done it throughout Fire Emblem games is the entire point. But yeah, that would totally not translate to this. So I'm thinking he's probably going to just be a sword hero, which is kind of unfortunate because we have so many sword heroes, but whatever. Anyways, that's as much as I can take out of just seeing him. His eyes do look soulless though. No pupils and all. And he does look kind of mean. Also, let me think about it. We've gotten male Robin, female Robin, male Corrin, female Corrin. Is it only going to be male? Canonically, I think they're leaning towards the male side too. Because we know Byleth comes, Byleth, oh my god, I'm going to say it wrong the entire time, also comes in female form. So, she will be GHB. Ah, that's a good point too. Just like male Robin and female Robin, she could just be GHB. So I can imagine the first banner being this. Byleth, and then each leader of the 3 houses. So that's 4 heroes on the main banner, and the GHB is female Byleth. So I can totally see that being the case. Either way, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens. All this happens late July, so there's just about 3-4 more weeks, and then we're already there. But that's my guesstimation for what we're going to get at release. And chances are we're going to get a second banner. I believe Echoes got 2 banners early on, unless I'm mistaken. Well, at this point, there's a lot of Echoes characters in the game. Well, not that many, but there's quite a few. But there should be 2 banners is what I'm saying. So I think that's banner A. They might space it out, so the second one is far off in distance, but at least for the initial release, that's what I see. The leader of the 3 houses, Byleth, and then GHB, Byleth is female Byleth. Alright, pretty cool.